Yo, what's up, man? This your boy Dirt, D-I-R-T, Dirt in the Streets TV, OTC. We on the couch, man. You already know what time it is. And I'm here with my people, my fam. We go way back, man. My man Jay Catalyst in the building. What up, baby? My brother New Vista in the building. What up, baby? Hey, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up on me, man, and you know, doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's been a while since I seen you, bro.
It's been a minute. It's been a couple years, huh? No, yeah. More than a couple years, huh?
Yeah, it's been like maybe 5 years, maybe 5 years. Time is getting by, bro. Time is it's crazy. It's like it's just one of those deals where it's like we just keep going. Time keeps turning. I mean, you know, it's when I say that it's actually good to see you, it's so many people that's actually not here in 2020 that was here 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
No lie.
I mean that when I say that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, thank you.
So, what's up, man? Where you been, though, man? I know you been out of the city, man. You been gone. Motherfuckers can't get in contact with you and there, man. What's up, man?
I took my talents to the Big Apple, bro.
Oh, man, bro, that's lit, bro. So, like, I have not seen you out here at all. I've been seeing you on the gram. You know, followers up. You know what I'm saying? But man, like, you know, what you been up to, man? Like, what's been going on? I know you've been around some good people.
Yeah.
But tell me, I mean, what you got going right now?
Man, at this very present moment, I still got music. I'm still doing music myself.
For sure.
But also my hands are just so dipped into a lot of different platforms. Budding processes that we're in the process of developing, and new brand, man. The new brand, Crown Etiquette organization, is my biggest focus.
Crown Etiquette, I like that. How did you come up with that?
Man, so when I at the end of 2016, I ended up moving up here, right? I mean, up to New York.
Okay.
And I just won Master of the Mic.
For sure, I remember that.
And so at the same time I won Master of the Mic, I had also Keith and I we had also just finished school. We were remember Media Tech?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I used to go and record out of there back when it was just a studio.
Okay.
And then when it turned into a school, we ended up meeting there, locking in, and I went through the whole program. Ended up getting my audio engineering degree.
Okay.
And that year, I got the opportunity to move to New York.
That's lit.
So all this happened in the same time frame. Like, I'm wrapping up school, finishing up Master of the Mic, which actually went into the final battle ended up going into January of 2017 for the year of 2016, because we had been competing throughout the entire year.
Yeah, that's crazy. It was a long process.
It was a real long process. Oh. So and then at the same time, New York all of a sudden was presented on the table, and next thing you know, I move and I'm in Quad Studios in Times Square.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That is crazy, bro. So, I mean, how has living in New York impacted your life in general and, you know, your music career?
Tremendously. In so many ways. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about my ability to commit to, you know, one, just staying committed with this. We've been in this industry for so long.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And this industry is not for the faint of heart. It comes with its ups. It's built with its ups. It's built with its downs. And it builds those who stay through it. It builds the toughness and the exterior up to say, you know, we went through all of this to be able to stand here and say we are, there's a reason why we're here still in this industry today.
Yeah,
that's facts. Yeah.
Flag planting. That's what I like to call it.
Yeah.
You know, marking my territory.
Right.
Leaving my legacy embedded.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the planet.
Precisely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. But so I mean, New York, I learned a lot about myself in New York, and also just, you know, it's like when you go into the military, right? You join the military, you're going into an environment that is going to test every bit of you, right?
Absolutely.
Your physical, your mental, your you know, emotional side. It tested all of that, you know. just to move in and just deciding to make such a leap.
It's real out there. The expenses, cost of living out there is crazy.
It's crazy. Everything about New York is crazy. From the rent to the people to the weather. You know, just the lifestyle is so crazy, but it's so exciting at the same time. And I received all of that. It was like just thrown in the melting pot when I ended up there. I ended up because as soon as I got there, I was in Quad, so I was in the music industry. I was in Times Square. I was in the environment of New York runners. You know what I mean? And just really getting like all this exposure to like, oh shit, this is how we moving now.
Yeah.
This is the type of time we on.
That's
so
crazy.
and you either adjusting or you falling off. You know, and you will get your ass ran over if you didn't. You know what I mean? So it tested my abilities to say, you know, I can rise to the occasion to match the same level that these people are on, if not more, if not better. And that it's taken me far. You know, it's taken me on a world of a journey. Now I got people who call me. You know, today I work under Jerry Wonder.
Oh wow, that's lit. That's lit.
I'm at his recording studio working right next to his head engineer Serge Sai, who did Shakira's Hips Don't Lie.
Okay.
He did all the Fuji stuff. You
Okay.
know,
Lit.
it's
That's
been a
lit.
journey. It's been a journey.
Classic.
I met a lot of celebrities and people and stuff, but also in the process just was able to learn a lot about, as wonderful as it is to be in this environment. I am proud to be a Southerner in New York. I let it be known.
Yeah.
Because I stand out
Yeah, for sure.
to them.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
For
And
sure.
and it's
You still a
always.
Dallas Cowboy fan?
I was a '90s Cowboys fan.
Okay, 90s Cowboy
Yeah.
fan.
I like how you flipped that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a 90s
I'm
Cowboy fan, too.
Emmett. You know, Troy, Emmett, Irvin. I'm that era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
You know,
too.
Respect.
I'm a 90s Cowboy.
Yeah, I can't. I wish the best of luck to these guys. No offense, you know what I'm saying. I wish the best of luck to these guys,
Hey.
but
Stamp approved. I approve that
you
statement.
know what I mean.
Co-sign it. Man, so what would you say the biggest difference between living in Dallas and living in New York?
The speed.
Like, it's like, to me, I feel like, so I've lived a couple of places myself. I lived in Miami. I lived in Virginia Beach. Miami is actually a metropolitan area. It's a city, big city. It was definitely fast. But man, you know, since I've moved back to Texas, and of course over the last few years, I feel like that Texas is actually is a lot faster than what people give it credit for. Because for one, there's something, well, Dallas, I would say. For one, in Dallas, there's always something to do. Always. On every night of the week, especially before the COVID thing, every night of the week, there was always something to do. You can always entertain yourself. And I'm not just talking about going to a club, like across the board. What you want to have, family fun? You want to go do some freaky shit? Whatever you want to do. Dallas pretty much had it every night of the week
Had it
available,
covered.
straight up.
The difference is New York don't shut off. It's like
Everything's available 24/7.
every day. Well, pre-COVID,
Pre-COVID.
because
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say pre-COVID too.
yeah, pre-COVID. COVID changed everything drastically. New York has changed since COVID in itself, but the way they do business up there, the way the business was moving up there was, you know, it was just on a you know, unique, different level. And on top of that, just for me, I feel like for every 2 hours being home is like an hour there.
Wow.
That's what it literally feels like. I don't know if it's because from the moment I wake up, my phone's ringing and I'm right out the door to the, like, coming home, if not till the sunrise, and then having to get up a couple hours to do it again. You know, I don't know. It could just be my lifestyle. It could just be my my life there, and just having the contrast of being home and, you know, in the South to being in New York. But people move. They moving from one location to the next. They're okay. We're here for a couple hours. Boom, we're moving over to this. And it's just a jump from so many different vibes, so many different environments, so many different scenarios, which they have it here. You know what I mean? Because I was always around, you know, like I could be in a rock environment over to the hip hop and then to the spoken word the next, and then, you know, wherever.
Yeah,
next.
no, it's out here too. But I just feel like it's always going to be more faster if you have more people in condensed area.
Very.
Like with Dallas, it's moving just fast, but everything is so spread out. So it may be moving at a different speed over here versus you go over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just one of those deals where
But it's definitely closer together.
Yeah.
It's like you know, from you going, you know, for going from Deep Ellum to Lower Greenville,
yeah,
you know, versus, you know, being in the city of New York and you going a couple blocks, shit has changed like that, you know. And we didn't really have the subways then. Like, do they have the subway here now?
yeah, we got the trains. I mean, we got the subways and the trains.
Yeah.
We got a pretty good transit system here, man. But
That's what's up.
man, look, music, what you got coming out? What's next? What's dropping?
I got a lot of things going on. So I got a series of EPs that's gonna be running out. I dropped a Halloween album.
Okay,
recently.
that's lit. That's
Called
lit.
Hell of a Night.
I like that.
And then in the summer, like right at the end of the summer, when did we do Elevate Your Standards?
About like late May.
Okay.
Elevator Standards Volume 2 came out.
So we did
How many songs were on those?
so there's 2 Elevate Your Standards mixtapes, and he kind of the Vista pushed like this whole the Elevate Your Standards mixtapes was something that he kind of just like kicked me into doing. We did one last summer, and it had about 8 or 9 songs.
Something to that effect, yeah.
This last one had
We took it up a notch on this
20.
one. We got like 20 plus.
On the last one?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
He
that's
killed
lit.
all your favorite rappers' instrumentals. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay,
So
that's
all
what's
your
up.
favorite rappers' instrumentals. He went on there. He went crazy.
And then we dropped the
Period.
Hell of a Night album for Halloween. But going forth into 2021, I got Solitude EP, which is about to come out, which literally taps into when I created this was out. Shit, there was a point in time where I hit a depressive state up in New York.
I could see that.
Definitely being pulled between wanting to be home, having to be up there, knowing that this is gonna better me, but at the same time it's like that homesickness.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of that, and just trying to figure out and feel myself like, where am I at right now, and in this industry, where do I go from here? So I did a EP back then. So I followed it up with Solitude is coming out next month. Following it up with a sequel to that called Isolation.
Okay.
And then all of that is setting up for the whole album, which is called Greetings from Mount Olympus.
So it sounds like you already got a lot of stuff already recorded.
Yeah. On top of that, in the process, we also got Crown Etiquette music, because now I'm also working with New Vista. We got music coming out on that level. We got a whole Crown Etiquette tape that's gonna be coming out. That we're in the process of narrowing and just cutting out the tracks at this point, like trimming the fat on what songs we want to put out, called Chestnut Checkers.
Okay.
So there'll be an album coming out with that. When DZ is one of the artists on the Crown Etiquette, we got his music coming out. Lil David got music coming out, and I'm throwing these names out there because y'all gonna be hearing them very, very soon. And then Child's Play No Games, who was a dancer, but he's killing it now on the music end. So. And then New Vista, we got individual songs from everybody, and then we got a CEO tape, a lot of collaborations. We got stuff with Eclipse that's going to be coming out in spring.
Shout out Eclipse, man. That's my dude right there.
Yeah, we were just with him the other day. And then I got, J. Cowell's got a lot of music, starting with Solitude.
Damn. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, man. That was like 5-6 projects, man.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Sound like a lot of work. Sound like a lot of work
the
going
first
on.
quarter.
Oh, sound like a lot of
quarter.
Sound like a lot of work going on, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you pulling up on me, man. I got you here, man. Got to get a little ratchet with you, or at least talk about some current events, some shit that's going on in the world right now.
Okay.
And get your opinion.
Okay.
I want to know what you're thinking. All right, Lil Wayne selling his masters. How you feel about that?
My biggest question I think everybody has is why? Number one.
How much money Baby make off of it?
Was it enough to pay Lil Wayne the rest of what he owed?
Oh my God!
Yeah. No,
Possibly.
because I'm sure what was the settlement on that?
I don't know.
It was like 50. It was more than that, huh?
For what? Are you talking about
For that baby was supposed to pay Wayne.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I want to say like 50, but I guess the
He
biggest
won that
question.
settlement, didn't he? Wayne did it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It took some time, but it did.
Long ass time.
Man, I don't. You know, as a businessman myself, I always have to stop and ask the question, what was the play behind it? You know, there had to be a chess move behind it.
I would hope.
And
How much money did he sell it for?
he sold it for $100 million. And that's
not a lot of money.
And that's the biggest question of all. So it's like it's one of those things. I'm kind of waiting to see what was the upside behind it. Like there has to be more than just the money. You have money.
Because it wasn't just Wayne. Because it had
It's
Drake
Drake
and Nicki
and
Tyga's
Tyga's catalog.
All
Amongst
of Young
everybody
Money.
else. It was everybody.
I'll be in my feelings.
Yeah.
If I'm Drake, like, hold on, wait a minute. fam.
The only thing it didn't capture and it still captured Nicki's, because she's still a part of Young Money. Drake's Scorpion album was under the OVO imprint, and everything past that, you know, is move on. But my question is, did you have this conversation with him? Not that you have to, but did you have this conversation with Nicki and Drake and Tyga? You know what I mean? Because I'm sure I would be curious how they felt about it. But man, look, that's exactly why. You know, you hear more talk about owning your masters these days,
Fact.
which is something that you know you can only hope that every young artist is starting to wisen up about, and you got to look and start to look past just being so quick to just sign, you know, take that paper and sign.
Because the reason I think people sign deals so quick is because they want to do it professionally. Somebody is giving you an opportunity to do your dream and actually get paid for actually doing your dream, but they're not understanding the logistics of how the actual business works.
Well, that's also because of the fact that a lot of these artists just want to be artists, and they're not in it to try to learn
Be a business.
They're not.
Exactly.
These artists don't come in. First off, there are a lot of young kids, so a lot of these kids are coming in, you know, seeing the glitz and the glamour. It's like, I want to be an artist. I'm not, you know, I'm not here to think about the business, and it's great that we have these different platforms like Instagram and stuff like that that's starting to put awareness out there, you know, make you visibly aware to see the shit that goes on behind the scenes, what's really going on with these artists, what's really, you know, how they feel and the advantages that they're being taken care of, you know. It's good that they're seeing it. But you got these kids who are coming into this industry, they have a lot of them are not business minded.
Yeah.
What's the balance between being an entrepreneur and an artist? I mean, and even both of those are very, very, very hard, especially if you're trying to keep up with your craft and actually stay relevant in, you know,
and I see
the industry.
Right, and I've seen a lot of, you know, and it goes back to our, you know, like just the early 2000s. I was watching BET did a thing on Jaquan and finding Jaquan and finding Nivea and you know, the biggest, and Murphy Lee, you know, and they all had the same common denominator. I didn't know what I was signing. And to answer your question, to go back to, you know, to double back on what you said about why they be so quick to sign deals. Some of them be so quick to sign deals because they are looking for a immediate relief to take care of their family.
And exit.
You know what I mean? Which I get it. I understand.
Making decisions out of desperation. Not good.
It's never a good thing. It's never a good thing.
Good.
I think that a lot of them is not what they want to do, but that's also the power of business. You know, because power of business, you know, on the other side of the table can twist your arm in those positions that get a lot of these guys to sign so quickly because they see the right now and don't know don't understand the fine print.
That's true.
You know what I mean? They don't. These guys. How many artists come into the music industry like with a law degree mindset of understanding legal jargon, what is inside of an agreement?
Not few. Got to get an entertainment lawyer though for that. Somebody
You know
that
what I
you
mean?
trust too though.
That's a big deal itself. And trust on top of all of that is the biggest, struggle with trying to find people to put in to represent you. Megan Thee Stallion's early manager.
Yeah, I think trust is the biggest obstacle in the music industry. Being able to trust somebody with what you're doing, not to steal an idea, not to go behind your back and do business with somebody else that you was doing business with.
Yeah, that's true.
Not to, or to do business in your name in vain. Like, all of that. I think trust is probably the biggest obstacle in the music industry. And being so easy to trust somebody could be your downfall. But hey, Wayne, 100 million, worth 100 million? Maybe so.
Question is he still getting checks off of that past 100 million?
That's a good question. I don't know. We'll have to research that one.
You know what I mean?
We'll have to research that.
I'm sure in some way, shape, or form, he would have to. I'm sure Wayne would be smart enough to set it up to whereas I'm selling the catalog to where you now own the masters to all of this, but I'm still getting a residual on all of these songs.
Yeah.
And the artist, I would hope that he would set it up that way. If you're gonna go out, set it up that way. I don't think Wayne would be, especially after coming off of a Birdman.
Maybe we're gonna you know what? We're gonna try to look into that.
United's been stealing, man. No, Universal, man, they've been getting all, because they was just talking about Kanye tweet out, yo, give me my masters. I'm trying to get my money.
He put his whole contract out there.
Yeah, everything
On blast.
So to kind of do the opposite, it was like a shock factor because we've been pro independent, pro owning your masters, go United Masters or something like that, and all their own stuff.
Hold on. Is that slavery? Ain't slavery a choice? Never mind.
Hold on. This is also. I understand how Kanye feels, but have a talk with Big Sean about that too. That's
another topic. That's another topic too.
That's another
For another time.
Do your research.
We're gonna do some research. I'm gonna try to have some answers on that. All right. Last thing I got for you, man. Mo3, the recent killing of Mo3, man. One of my favorite artists of all time. Nobody could sing and rap in the same common denominator like him.
Right.
For me personally. Man, they found his killer. A lot of people have been dying. It's crazy out here, man. What do you think? What can we do to actually, change the narrative on what's going on here in Dallas?
I think one of the biggest things, as a community, is one, you have to, and we're in the hip hop industry. Hip hop has always been fueled off of promoting things that spoke to real life, events, but also at the same time things that promoted more positive things that made you woke, things that made you aware of what was going on. I think over the past 2 decades, and don't quote me on it, but I feel like it's been more negatively promoted.
I think that the exploitation of gangster rap in the early '90s probably definitely has a big thing to deal with it. To do with it. I remember hearing songs like "Dear Mama" on the radio.
Yeah.
Self-Destruction. These are all songs. These are old songs. Maybe not Self-Destruction, but Self-Destruction was a big record in the sense where a lot of artists whoever was hot at the time in New York basically came together and made a record about let's stop killing each other. We headed for self-destruction. Everybody put their little 8 bars on there and all that other stuff. At the rate this stuff has been going right now, even with the cop killings, even with people killing each other, even amongst our own self, you would think that there would be something. Think about if there was a record with Kanye, Jay-Z, and they promoted it as. Well, you know what I mean? It's just I don't know.
The other impact that is left behind, moments like this is 2 of the city's biggest stars, at this point, Yellow Beezy and Mo3. as Dallas as a whole, you know, we have stars. We have stars within the city, but on a global scale, how many of Dallas stars have really been, you know, pushed out beyond the city limits?
Oh, it's only a few, but we've had some this year. You know, Asian Doll, shout out Asian Doll.
Shout out.
Cash Page, shout out Cash Page. Like you said, Yellow BZ himself, big record. I mean, you know, got tons of features with major artists. So I mean,
Sessions, yeah. So we got a few.
I mean, we got some here, and of course you got some legends. You got DOC, you got Eric.
We got the legends.
So I mean, I just think right now is the time that we're probably getting the most attention from a mainstream perspective.
Which means this is the time that to unify. You know, unity is definitely needed more. And honestly, man, I've been saying this, like, man, look, COVID killing enough people. We don't need to do the job of killing each other. You know what I'm saying? COVID's doing a hell of a job for everybody. You know, this is the time. Not only that, beyond COVID, with everything that's been going on politically, with Trump, you know, and Black Lives Matter, and just protesting and all the cop killings and stuff like that, this is a time for us to actually come together and unify.